Why spend more when there's so many deals to be had? I've been sharing some of my favorite savings tips for over a decade on Talk of the Town. I recently celebrated my 10th anniversary there with Meryll Rose, looking at some of my best savings tips of all time.
10 years of money-saving tips. That adds up to a lot of green. A decade has gone by really quickly, and in honor of Sami Cone's 10th anniversary on Talk of the Town, we are looking back at some of her best ideas for spending wisely and saving more.
Absolutely. 10 years.
That's just hard to believe, isn't it?
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny. I think one of the pitfalls we have as women sometimes is we believe that everyone knows what we know already, and that's not the case. And it amazes me how many people still come up to me and ask what I consider to be some of the most basic money-saving questions. So we're going to tackle those today.
Okay, first, we're going to start with saving money with gift cards.
Right. Now, we think gift cards as what? You give as a gift. I want people to start thinking about gift cards for themselves. And what I mean by this is to actually go to places like Costco, where you can save sometimes 25% off on the face value of gift cards, and start using those for your own family.
So you're talking about restaurant cards and that kind of thing.
If you know you're going out for a restaurant, go and get that first, and then you're creating your own sale. Even trips like Disney, you can go and get those discounted Disney cards, and even somewhere like Kroger, where you're going to get your fuel points and those types of things on top of it. We use our Disney credit cards, so we're getting points that way. Again, you're making your own sale, so don't think of giving gift cards, keeping gift cards.
I like that. All right, cook once, eat twice is one of your good ideas.
Absolutely. So you're going to start buying your groceries with the intent of having leftovers. So for instance, let's say you get a roast, you cook it once in your slow cooker, your Instant Pot. You're going to have that with some potatoes or some beans. Then you're going to take what's left over, you're going to shred it and put it in a burrito or a quesadilla later. You're going to get a rotisserie chicken and use that in salad or for soups. And that way, and I always say give a day, then it doesn't seem like leftovers. If you put a day in between when you eat it originally, then it seems just like a whole new meal, and your family doesn't know the better.
For sure. Freezing is another great way to do that too.
Absolutely, especially if you're single or there's just two of you. Make sure you make that and then put it either in individual baggies. Muffin tins is a great way to freeze soup or rice dishes, and that way you can have it yourself for lunch even if the family is sick of it.
Okay. All right, let's talk about buying in bulk. You have a different strategy when you go to the grocery store.
I do. So there's going to be things that you need to spend your money on no matter whether they're on sale or not. But there are a lot of items that go on sale, and we're talking not just a little bit, like 50% off.
Right.
You want to set aside a portion of your budget. We try to do 50%, even if you take a third of your grocery budget each week, and we can talk later about what your grocery budget needs to look like. But take that and use things that are going to be shelf stable, like your peanut butter, your taco kits, paper products, personal care products, but even things like cheeses. Our family loves cheese, and those things last longer than you might think, even though they're dairy. You can even freeze some of those items, but use it so that you're not just buying one of them when it's half off, you're buying enough to get you through to the next sale.
Okay, good. You've got one more good idea here, using your email in a different way.
The screen is your friend when it comes to saving. So what I always say is set up a separate email for your savings, when you're following stores. That's how you're going to be able to find all those savings, is by actually following them on social media, signing up for those mailing lists. But if you've got them flooding your inbox, not only is that annoying, that can trigger you to want to spend more. So have them go to a separate email or a separate folder, create a separate Twitter list for your favorite stores, check it once a week, twice a week tops.
I love that. That's great.
Thank you.
You've got more great tips online, as always, at SamiCone.com, and we appreciate 10 years of you sharing your great ideas with us.
Hopefully 10 more.
Hopefully so.
Before I go, I need you to know to count the cost. Recently, I had a really great opportunity come my way, one that I thought was even an answer to prayer. But words of my spiritual mama came into my head that said, at what cost? What is it going to cost you, not just financially, but what are the repercussions that can happen emotionally, spiritually, even for your family for generations to come? So what I want you to do, no matter what comes your way today, whether a blessing or an obstacle, is to count the cost. Friends, it's been a pleasure being with you today. Thank you for inviting me into your homes and into your lives. I want to thank all of my guests, and I want you to have a great day. Make sure you make it great, and do not wait to tell someone you love how you feel about them. Bye, friends.